Hello, everybody. My name is Davis Larson, and welcome to 2016. So, this video today is the top 10 most disappointing movies of 2016. I thought I would do a top 10 list. I'm gonna try and do one each week, maybe each month, depending on how things go. So we're gonna start with the top 10 disappointing movies in 2016. Man, 2016 has some great movies. Don't get me wrong, it did. Now, some movies on this list you guys will agree with. Some you won't. You'll probably be like, why is this on here, dude? What the hell is wrong with you? Number 10 is Office Christmas Party. This movie was something else, bro. I swear, I saw the trailers. I thought it looked funny. You know, T.J. Miller was in it, Jason Bateman, Olivia Munn. Had a stellar cast. Was not good whatsoever. Very unrealistic. A couple people should have died in that movie, but they didn't. They wanted to keep the party going, which was the point of the movie. I understand. But not good at all. I mean, the humor, they tried to go really far with the humor. They tried to make it extreme, and it just did not go over well whatsoever. Was not good. Did not like it. It could have been better, but that's just my 2 cents. Number 9, the newer Jason Bourne movie. God, I don't even know the title of it. It's that bad. I don't even remember it. Like, I could have put it on the top 10 worst, but I'm just doing top 10 most disappointing because I don't want to do a top 10 worst because I haven't seen that many bad movies this year. These weren't great, but they weren't good. They were letdowns, dude. And Jason Bourne, man. After Jason Bourne Legacy, I had a feeling that they were gonna do another movie, and they really shouldn't have. Jason Bourne Legacy was great because the Bourne Legacy was great because it wasn't Jason. It wasn't Matt Damon. It was a new face while still being technically about Jason Bourne. The same program, basically the same people, except like Jason Bourne doesn't make an appearance, and I thought that was perfect. It was a great way of doing it. But this movie, man, very forgettable. Jason Bourne had like 24 lines of dialogue. Like, why? He barely talked, dude. What was the point of that? It just seemed completely unnecessary. It was a cash grab. Let's put Matt Damon back out into the acting world. It's like the movie that he's in, like The Wall or whatever, the Great Wall of China movie. It's stupid. Why? Why do we need Matt Damon back out there? He was great in the movie Interstellar because it was a small role and it worked. However, The Martian was not good. That's a 2015 movie, so I'm not putting that in there. All right, number 8, X-Men Apocalypse. I had high hopes for this movie, seeing as how X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past were great. Loved those movies. This one did not follow up at all. Some of the characters seemed very useless, like Jean Grey. What was her purpose, though? She like made them invisible, but that was one part of the movie. She freed Wolverine. That was a great scene. I love the Wolverine scene. I love the Quicksilver scene. Those were awesome. But other than that, man, like, this movie was kind of just boring overall. Apocalypse, I thought this guy would be a major threat. He would be hard to defeat, and they made it seem like that for a while. And then it was just Jean Grey letting go of her control over her power and just ripping that dude a new one. Way too easy, man. Like, she could have done that before, but whatever. Number 7, Dirty Grandpa. Now, this movie, man, this movie was something else, dude. It's so bad. See, you can watch a lot of movies on YouTube. You can watch bits and pieces of it. You can put the whole thing together. You can watch it on certain websites. Now, with this movie, it's just not good, man. It just didn't seem like the actors were all that into their roles, like they weren't happy with the script, so they're like, what, they're paying me a lot of money, I might as well make the best out of it. But it just wasn't funny. The humor wasn't good. It seemed like they tried to go over the top. And the whole thing with Aubrey Plaza and De Niro, man, that was weird. It made me feel uncomfortable. Whatever. Number 6, Gods of Egypt. I'm not going to say anything else about that movie. It was just bad, dude. Disappointing. The trailers look cool, but oh my god, so boring. Number 5, Allegiant. It's part of the Divergent series, and Divergent was not a good movie. The first one was not good. It was boring. It came out way too close to Hunger Games, and it basically seemed like another stupid teen dystopia movie, which it basically was, and it just bored me to death, man. It was not good. The first one wasn't good, neither was Allegiant. It was just a stupid continuation. People will argue with me with that. They're probably gonna say, "What are you talking about, man? Allegiant's great. It's perfect. What if we were in dystopia? Like, how many movies have there been that are basically the same premise, dude. It's ridiculous. Number 4, Independence Day Resurgence. I'm not saying anything else about this movie other than that it was pretty disappointing. It was stupid. Why was this movie made? Unnecessary. 100% unnecessary, dude. I like the first one. It was great, but this one was so unnecessary, man. Like, some of the actors, man, like, other than Liam Hemsworth, they just were terrible. You know, it's like watching Nickelodeon, but on the big screen. That's it. All right, number 3, Suicide Squad. I was really hyped for this movie, man. You know, they teased it quite heavily. I thought it was awesome. It was good. You know, I still liked it, but it wasn't great. You know, like they teased Jared Leto's Joker, even though he was only in the movie a couple times. Wasn't in it that much. And I recently got the extended cut for Christmas, and I'm hoping that the extended cut fixes the movie like it did for Batman vs. Superman. And, you know, I like Suicide Squad. Do not get me wrong, I thought it was a good movie, but it could have been better. Could have been way better. Deadshot was terrible. Will Smith, why? Who cast Will Smith as Deadshot? Why? Never mind. Okay, moving on. Number 2, Doctor Strange. I was really hyped for this movie, man. Doctor Strange is a character that doesn't get a lot of love. You know, in the comics, he's kind of there. You know, like the comics that he has that are like his own, like his solo stuff, they're really good. Especially when they're written by Jason Aaron and Brian Vaughan. They're awesome comics, dude. Like, they're really good, but this movie, man, it was so focused on being an origin story, it didn't really develop his character all that well. You know, he seemed like Tony Stark, but with a different profession, and that's wrong to me. Yeah, you know, and it bothered me that they did that. And the villain was once again easily defeated. You know, like you'll get to a part in the movie where they're in the Sanctum Sanctorum, and there's the previous master there, and he was easily defeated by Caecilius and his men. But yeah, Doctor Strange is able to hold them off and even defeat them later in combat. Dormammu, easily defeated. Just had to annoy him into defeat. Really? The dude's like a celestial being almost. He has almost limitless power. He is basically a god, and yet he was defeated by being annoyed into it. Really? Other than that, the movie was good. I loved the CGI. The visuals were amazing, dude. Like, I love the scenes where they go into the mirror dimension, and that was fantastic. Awesome stuff. The whole movie was not like that. And it was disappointing, you know. It seemed like he only knew 3 spells, you know, or like only knew how to do 3 things, you know. Like, they should have kind of just did what they did with Spider-Man, and they just tossed him into Civil War with his powers already. I love Civil War for that reason. I like how they handle Spider-Man and Black Panther. They didn't need to do his origin story, you know. They could have just tossed him out there and be like, here's his powers. People would have been okay with that. Alright, number 1. This is going to piss a lot of people off, man. And I mean a lot of people off. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. It was very disappointing, man. A lot of people will not agree with me on that, but this is my opinion. The first hour and a half was a huge letdown, man. You know, people thought it was great because of the Star Wars lore that was put into it. That doesn't make it great, dude. Sure, you can be a big Star Wars fan and be like, oh, this is awesome. They're talking about all these things that I remember from other movies, and they're adding all this other stuff in there. That doesn't make it good, you know? Like, some of the characters were bland and boring. You know, I didn't find Jyn Erso all that interesting, you know? Her motivations were really one-dimensional. You know, at first she's a thief, she does not want to help, and then for some reason her father gets involved, and she's like, oh my gosh, I need to save the rebellion. It's like, really? Yeah, she didn't seem all that cool. And the robot guy, the K-26 or whatever his name was, he was awesome. I loved him. And also the blind dude, who's basically Daredevil, who's cool as well. But until they get to Scarif, which is the one planet where all the battle scenes really happen, it doesn't get good until that part in the movie. And in that part of the movie is where all the war is, you know, like all the fighting, you know, all the shooting and all that stuff is happening. And that's when the movie gets good, in my opinion. And then, you know, like I'm pretty sure you guys know that the ending is basically going to be A New Hope. And if you don't know that, then where have you been for the last 20 years? People are like, oh, you know, I know that Rogue One, A Star Wars Story is a prequel to A New Hope. I wonder how it's going to end. They're like, don't spoil it. Are you stupid? My God. But in all honesty, it was not a good movie. It wasn't great. It just could have been so much better. I love the Darth Vader scene though, man. That Darth Vader scene was what was up. I thought that was fantastic. That was well done, and I'm looking forward to. Or not looking forward to. I'm hoping that the next Star Wars movie is somewhat decent because The Force Awakens was not. Thank you guys for watching my first video of 2017. There'll be another one up today, and there'll be a live stream as well. So thank you guys for watching my most disappointing movies of 2016. See you guys later.